Hey guys, this is Medified Vicky. I'm Satvik, first year medical student at Bond Uni. I'm back with the All Promise MMI video. So this video is not only specific to Bond, this is specific to all medical schools across Australia, New Zealand, or wherever you're from. Now let's just get straight into it and secure that medical seat for you. So firstly, MMIs are stationed, we all know that, but when you're applying to a certain medical school, you have a set number of stations in mind by talking to different, past medical students, people who have went there, graduated, but that's always not set in stone, and every year they can change. And for across Australia and New Zealand, I know that MMI stations can vary from up to 4 stations to 8 stations, so don't have a fixed number in mind. Rather, have particular stations that might come up, so a general idea of the particular stations that can come up. So it could be things like personal insight, personal experience, indigenous, healthcare issues, career motivations, ethics, acting, teamwork. So have all of these in mind, but don't fixate that certain ones are going to come up, because every year, again, as I said before, they can change. And if you have that sort of set number in mind, you'll actually be doing more harm than good to yourself, because it will throw you off when you're going in, and it will screw up your entire interview. So don't have a set number in mind. So secondly, how do we tackle the questions? Now, I've been making YouTube shorts, and I'm in the process of making more about how to prepare for each specific station and the kinds of things that the interviewers are looking for. But in this one, I'm going to give you sort of kind of a framework to work with for any kinds of questions that you will get in your interview. This is the one that I've used as well myself. So the reason why this will work is because the medical schools are basically selecting candidates on the traits that they show in the interview. So what I mean by that is, say that the scenario was you see a senior doctor taking medical supplies from the clinic. What do you do? So say that was your scenario. What I want you to do is literally imagine yourself in the situation. Like, you can even close your eyes, because you have that 1 minute to 2 minute mark where you can think. So you can literally just close your eyes and imagine yourself, literally picture yourself there, and you see this doctor taking the medical supplies out of the clinic. Then what would you actually do? What would you do? Not someone else's, not an ideal candidate. What would you do? For me, I would go up to the doctor and ask them in a non-confrontational way about what he's doing, just to find out what's happening. Maybe there's a legitimate reason as to why he's taking the medical supplies. There might not be a legitimate reason why he's not taking it, why he is taking the supplies. So find out more about the situation by actually going there and communicating with the person. That's what I would do. That's my initial response, right? And then based on whatever the person replies to me, then I'll take it from there. So that kind of initial response that I gave shows that I'm taking the initiative to find out what's actually happening. Secondly, I'm communicating in a way that's efficient and non-confrontational. So it shows that I have soft skills and that I won't exacerbate the situation. Thirdly, it shows that you didn't assume anything about the situation. Right, as I said, there could be a good reason as to why they're doing that. Now, the answer that I gave before is very, very brief. I usually recommend up to 2 to 3 minutes of answering time when you're talking, when you're giving your initial responses to the questions, so that the rest of the time that you have in the station, you can actually answer the follow-up questions and gain more marks that way. And they'll help you guide your way through the question to help you gain more marks as well. The way that I would expand on my answer is to tell them why you would do those kinds of actions, so that they can clearly understand that you're showing these kinds of traits. Say that I want to talk to them in a non-confrontational way because I don't want to escalate things, because I don't want to make any misunderstandings or anything like that. So explain why you're doing that. It will help you gain marks. having said all of that, now let's take a look at all the common pitfalls that people would have. Now, I've alluded to this earlier. I said that the communication aspect of this answer. So people lack the way that they communicate. They don't emphasize that they're going to do it in a non-confrontational way, just because they assume that that's what they mean when they talk. But actually the interviewer can't read your mind, right? It sounds so silly, but you do need to say it. Even if you're thinking it, you might not say it. You know what I mean? So failing to communicate effectively, that's a common pitfall. Also, second thing is people don't prepare for the interviews. I know plenty of people who rock up to the interview having done no preparation at all, and then they kind of regret not doing preparation after it. So it's really important to prepare, and since you clicked on this video, you're already far ahead of the competition. Another common pitfall would be not demonstrating a good understanding of what medicine is like. So I've mentioned a station where there's healthcare issues and career motivations. In those kinds of stations, they kind of ask you about what insights do you have about medicine. The way that you find insights into what medicine is, you talk to medical students, you talk to friends and family, you talk to doctors, talk to your GP. Talking to all these people will give you a good basis of understanding of how hospitals and clinics and the healthcare system runs, so that given any question you get in the interview, you can answer them with some level of knowledge. Most students don't really know what medicine is actually like until they get in and they realize this is not what I subscribe for, so I'm going to drop out. So the other point, and really important one, is a lack of self-awareness. People don't really understand themselves as need be, and I've emphasized this briefly in my shorts as well, but you really need to sit down and have a think about why you are the way you are. A crucial point that I've done myself as well. And not only is it useful for your interview, it's also great for your character development. So there's something that I wanted to add for the self-awareness. So something that people have been asking me is, how do you get to know yourself, like why you do certain things the way that you do? For me, the way that I've discovered that for myself is answering these interview questions. So write down the question on your iPad, paper, whatever, draw an arrow, and then write down your initial response, and then ask why are you doing that. You'll get another. Ask yourself why you're doing that again, and then you keep asking that why question until you can't get to another why. Like there's no other way for you to answer for another why question, why you do that step. So in that way you get to that core, and all of these core things will kind of converge, and you see what I mean when you start doing that process. And you understand most of your basic traits that you do have, they stem from 3 or 4 things. And so the only 3 or 4 things that you have to remember are those 4 things, because everything that you do will be based on them. And you don't really even have to remember them, because it's what you do, it's what you are. It's just being or like kind of recognizing that these are fundamental to you. That's kind of what I mean. Cool, so I've gone through in the video about the kinds of things that you can expect, the way to prepare, and the kind of mistakes to avoid. So if there's anything else that you feel like I haven't covered yet, reach out to me and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. But I hope that video was useful. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any suggestions for upcoming videos or anything, comment, email me, DM me, whatever. I've been getting a few video suggestions I'm working on already, so yeah, if there's any videos that you'd like to see on the channel, just let me know. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Good luck with your interviews.